So let's consider this question, alright. Count set bits in an integer. So suppose they give you the input as 13, you're supposed to print the output as 3. So how am I supposed to know that? We know that how can you represent 13? 8, 4, 2 and 1. So 13 is nothing but, right? So what are the number of ones that is present in the binary representation of the given decimal? That shall be my set bits. Alright. So right here there are 3 ones, which simply means the number of set bits is going to be what? 3. Alright, makes sense. So suppose that I have 15. So what should be the number of set bits? It shall be 4. Alright. So now let's write the program for this. Okay. So before we jump into the program, how am I supposed to know? So the conclusion is that you have to know the number of ones that is present in the binary representation of the given number. Alright. So how can I do that? Okay, we can use two operators for this basically. Alright, you can do this in any kind of format you actually want. You can directly, count all the ones present or whatever. Okay, there are many ways of actually doing it. I'm going to do it in one way. Okay, so the first one, is I shall use an AND operator, and secondly, I shall use the right shift operator. Okay. So, in the previous lecture we saw, using the AND operator, right, you can find out what? You can find out the rightmost bit, alright? And using the right shift operator, what can I do? I can shift the given indexes or given, integers by one position or by how much of a position I want, right? So, let's just see this, okay? What I shall do is that I shall first consider the rightmost digit. So, 1, 1, 0, 1. I'll consider the rightmost digit. Check if it's 1 or not. If it's 1, I will increment my counter. Alright, I'll increment my counter. And then I'll right shift it. So on right shift, what will happen? It will get the value of this. Alright, with 0. Fine. And again, I will go through these two processes. I'll get the AND operator. AND shall be 0. Okay, so no, it will not get incremented. So right now it's plus 1. Alright. And then again I will have to right shift it by one position. Okay, right shift it. So 1, 1, 0, 0. Fine. Again, what will happen? Do the AND operation. Get the rightmost bit. So rightmost bit is 1. Increment the counter. It will be 2. So and then right shift operation. Fine. Again, get the rightmost operator. It's 1. So if it's 1, increment the counter. Alright. And then right shift it. So when should I stop it? I should stop when I get a value of 0. This entire iteration shall stop when I get a value of 0, right? So what we should right now do is that we should implement whatever we did so far. Alright? So what did I get? You get the number n right now. Okay? So this is a function that's going to return an integer value. Alright? It's going to return int. That is some name of function. And then what am I going to get as input from my program? I'll be given this value, right? They'll give me this value of n. Alright, fine. So now after getting this, what am I supposed to do? Right now I must have a counter value. Okay, count is equal to 0. Initially, I'm telling you that is 0, 1, and I don't know how many bits are there. And then what am I supposed to do? Given it, I'll have to acquire the rightmost bit. Acquire what? The rightmost bit. So, in comes some k is equal to n and 1. It will give me what? The rightmost bit. If k is equal to 1, what can I do? K is equal to 1, I can increment the counter. Count plus plus. Alright, makes sense? And then what should I do? I should right shift it. By how many positions? One position. Alright, so I get the rightmost bit, I shift it by 1. So until when should I do this? I should do this until n is not equal to 0. Exactly. So while n is not equal to 0, do this. Or instead, what can I also do? While n is greater than 0, I will write it this way also. So when n is greater than 0, get the rightmost bit. If it is 1, increment my counter and then right shift by 1 position. Alright, and then lastly return 1, return my counter. Alright, yes. So this is how we are supposed to think programmatically. First of all, given a question, try to analyze mathematically what the question is asking you for. Directly don't think of the solution, alright? Think what can be the possible operators I can use. This is all about the 6 operators that we have learned. Alright. And then mostly negation won't come into account, so it's obviously going to be just 5. So think of the all 5 possible combinations that a program can be approached in, okay, and you will automatically get the answer, right? So let's look at another program.